He said, but I mean, they're bringing these kids, and then they go like Chicago, and then they just get their brains beaten in 3 days. Mike Payne. Yeah,
Chris, you have time still? No, he lost you again.
What's up, gang? So the attendance was 13,233. The gate was 1,020,434. We're giving out 4 performance bonuses tonight. Jason Knight, Francis, Jorge Masvidal, and Shevchenko. Congratulations, they all won $50,000. Hear that, big guy? 50,000. And I just want to point out that Lee and Bobby Nash was so hard to. I thought that was fight of the night. That fight was ridiculous. I'm gonna give those guys a little something too. So I love that fight. I love Denver. Denver's awesome. Every time we come to Denver, man, it's amazing. Crowd here is incredible. It's on Big Fox and do over $1 million gate, and I love this city. I love coming back here, even though it's cold. You guys have any questions?
Yeah, Danny, let's start out with your thoughts on the main event. I mean, I think a lot of people thought this was a good fight. I don't think anybody saw Shevchenko winning by submission. But
nobody.
Give us your thoughts on her performance, and also, I know you don't normally match make, but since you brought Nunes in, we know that's the title fight next. Do you have a targeted date in mind when it might happen?
Yeah, this is one of those sports where you never know what's going to happen. I mean, I don't know what you guys thought, but I thought if the fight was standing, Shevchenko wins all day. If it goes to the ground, Juliana Pena is going to submit her or ground and pound her or something. You never know. Shevchenko proved us all wrong that she is a very well-rounded mixed martial artist and she's ready for a title fight. And stylistically, I think it's a very fun fight with these two.
Any idea?
I don't know when. I'll get home and figure it out.
Sounds good.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Dana, the champ, you spoke to the press earlier, and she mentioned she'd like to rise up to maybe 145 and fight Holly Holm, but...
Pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. Let's defend the title first. You know what I mean? Let her defend her title first. She hasn't defended her title. Everybody wants to jump around these days. We got to start pumping the brakes around here. She wins a few in a row, and she wants to. And with what's going on with Cyborg right now, I don't know if I mean, I literally, this whole time I didn't want to do it. I did it, and now here we are in this position. So we'll see what happens.
Danny, could you give your thoughts on Cowboy and Masvidal? Because it happened right in front of you, the end of the first round.
I picked up the phone and I called production and said, "Was that correct? Was that a correct? Was it the end of the? Was it the end of the round? It wasn't. It wasn't the end of the round. He stopped it early, but not to to defend Herb Dean. It was so loud in that arena. I didn't hear it either. Maybe you guys heard it. You're sitting closer to it, but I didn't hear it."
So you're okay with it continuing then?
It is what it is. Mistakes are going to happen, and it's one of the. Listen, I hate when Cowboy does this. He's got 4 wins at welterweight, and he wants to fight back to back like this. But that's who this kid is. That's what he wants to do. It is what it is. Now Masvidal never pulls the trigger. This kid, incredibly super talented. If he fought all the time like he fights tonight, he'll be a world champion.
Very nice. Quickly, obviously you gave him $50,000, so you must have been impressed with Francis Ngannou. But it sounds like you're high on him. You think he can be a future champion. How fast do you think he can get there? Because he is still so young in his career.
I know he is young in his career. It's one of those tough decisions when you have a guy that's this talented and this just freakish. You know what I mean? The guy's a monster, and I'm really high on him. I think he's the future. The question is, I don't know if we've ever had a heavyweight that's been as big as this guy is. A heavyweight champion, you know what I mean? A heavyweight champion who is as physically imposing and scary as this guy is, and I love his story. He's got a great story. I think he's the future. So we'll see what happens.
Very nice. And last question I have for you. Can't let you get away without asking about Conor McGregor. He was, counter-programming you this evening with his Q&A over there. Some of the comments he made, I don't know if you had a chance to see, but on Instagram, he put a pretty strong post that included F the UFC in there. He said that, his next fight is going to be in a boxing ring, and he'll do it with you or without you. Would love you to be on board. Just curious what you think of his comments today.
I didn't hear all that. Hey, listen, when you're about to go on, and do a pay-per-view that you're charging people $5 to listen to you talk, I'm sure you got to say some pretty crazy shit. All right. You know how I feel about Conor. I've always shown Conor nothing but respect. And if he wants to go down that road with us, let me tell you, it'll be an epic fall.
As a follow-up, do you anticipate it going there?
I don't know. It's not up to me.
Has there been any advancement or any additional talks from your initial $25 million offer on that fight between Mayweather and Conor?
No.
Not a word.
No.
Do you think it'll happen?
I think here's what I think the chances are. About the same as me being the backup quarterback for Brady on Sunday.
You seemed a little bit more, I don't know, you did make an offer, though.
Yeah.
And previously you
because he was full of shit. And he said that he had made an offer which wasn't true. Mm-hmm. So I made a real offer. That was a real offer.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Oh, yeah. I'll be suiting up on Sunday.
And then just quickly, does Masvidal cut the line in the welterweight title picture now with that kind of performance?
Yeah, I mean, he went in and beat a guy who was on a 4-fight win streak. Obviously a fan favorite, and he did it very impressively. So if he fought like that all the time, I've been saying that about Masvidal for a very long time. He gets in there, he has all the tools, he has all the talent, but he doesn't pull the trigger. Tonight, he pulled the trigger, and you saw the results.
Any other questions?
Cool? Adam? No? All right, guys. Thanks. Have a safe trip.
Francis, obviously another very impressive victory for you tonight against a former champion on Fox. Big opportunity. Just talk about how you felt in there through the whole time. Were there any nerves? Did you feel uncomfortable? What was your emotions like through the fight?
During the fight, I don't know why, but I think now I start to have the experience in UFC because I'm very, very very confident and very relaxed, and then I am able to understand what my team tell me to do always, and then this time is too better than the beginning.
When you landed the big uppercut, did you know that the fight was over at that point?
No, for the uppercut, I didn't know that before, but I just we just make them. We just doing that for the training camp a lot of time. So I'm a striker. I know that he too is a striker, and he strike very, very. He has very aggressive.
Yes, it's aggressive.
Yes, yes, aggressive, and to stop it, uppercut can stop someone who is very aggressive.
And afterwards, we read your quote that you said Alistair Overeem or Junior Dos Santos might be good fights for you next. Why are those two fights that you would like?
I would like even. I think that I talking about Junior Dos Santos and Alistair Overeem, but I just talk about them because I think that Ken Velasquez is injury. If he's on the game, I'm ready for him. He's the next one who I would like to fight.
And lastly, for me, I know you're standing at the back of the room. You hear Dana talking about how impressed he is with you, that he believes you could be a future UFC champion. How do you feel when you hear the boss making those type of comments?
He made me happy. He made me confident, like as everyone else, you know. Since when I started this sport just 3 years and a half ago, and then all the way when I continue, I grow. There are a lot of people behind of me who believe me and who push me, who make me trust of me, because for the beginning it's not something who interested me, and then today, because of that people who push me up, I believe and I trust for this sport. Since when I have my sign on UFC, and then people continue to support me, to stay behind of me, and he pushed me up. He make me be strong.
Anybody have any questions? Good? They're done.
It's good.
Thank you, guys.
Jorge's next. Just hold it.
What's up, everybody? Much like our commander-in-chief, I won't be addressing fake media. So if I don't call on you, it's because it's fake media. No, because you're racist. The Jake Ellenberger comment. Next. Now, you were MMA junkie, so what's up, man? Go for it.
Jorge, obviously an incredible performance from you tonight. Dana was actually here earlier, and he said that the thing that impressed him the most tonight was that you really pulled the trigger, where sometimes you hesitate. Did it feel different tonight, and do you feel that was the key?
Nah, I'm a fighter, you know. Sometimes I like to play with my food. I like to beat guys up. I like to torture guys. Sometimes I don't pull the trigger. Sometimes I drop dudes and I smile at them after I drop them. I do what I want, and then does nobody tell me what to do or how to do it, you know. I felt like knocking them out because I wasn't going to decision. That's why I pulled the trigger every chance I got, because I wasn't going to go to decision. That was my plan. Sometimes in the past, I've been on cruise control, kicking a guy's ass so much that I'm like, I don't need to pull the trigger. I'm just out skilling them everywhere. But I can pull the trigger when it needs to be pulled.
And we thought maybe you finished the fight at the end of the first round. Can you talk about kind of what you saw there? Did you think the fight was over? Were you okay with it continuing? What were your thoughts?
What was weird to me was when Herb pulled me, it's only a second, so you think, oh, man, it's only a second. But that second, he pulls me off, and then the bell rings. You could see it on the replay. So that second lands me another 2 punches, you know. Hats off to Cowboy for even getting up, because I looked right into his soul when he got up and he wasn't there. And when he came out, he wasn't there. So he's a warrior.
You guys had some words back and forth, but it looked like you guys talked in the cage. Can you tell what was said between you two?
I just told him he's a tough dude and whatever, you know.
And last for me, I know you want a big fight next. Is there something specific? I mean, you got Damian Maia out there. He's been looking for like a #1 contender fight. I think I saw a lot of people online saying Nick Diaz would be a fun fight if he's ready to get back in there. Is there something that you've got your eyes on?
The bigger the fight, the better. The more I train, the more I prepare, you know. My coaches know when it's a big fight, I'm going to be at the gym. If they give me some pretender or another actor, I don't know, man. I might not take it. That's why I told Dana, if you want to fight, you want me to fight, take me up on this bet. $200,000. You can't find nobody in the welterweight division that could beat me. Nobody.
I know you said after the fight, you know, you're not one of those guys that's going to go post social media things and post selfies, stuff like that.
No, I'll post social media, but I'm not going to be half naked
Right.
everywhere I go like these soul-selling bitches online. That's not me.
I guess the question is, I think that's what a lot of people respect about you. That's why a lot of people are fans of you. But at the same time, you see other guys that do it and get opportunities out of it. I mean, do you feel like, you know, you're kind of in that spot where, you know, you have to start doing crazy things to try to get, you know, more and more opportunities?
It's not crazy. It's a formula I see Instagram. If you post 5 pics a day with 30 hashtags, you're going to get up to the 100, 200, 300K followers, whatever it is that they consider you to be popular. That's not me, though. My skill is in the gym. I'm in the gym so long I ain't got time for them corny-ass posts. All I got time for is to go to the gym, home, and rest. And while I'm here speaking and all the new media's out here, American Top Team, the best gym in the world, why don't we get mentioned? We got 3 current champions right now. We got guys in the top 10 of every weight division, the greatest fucking team in the world. My boy over here, Gregory Chopling Mutai, KO Zone, what's up? Make sure y'all put that in your publications, man. Please. Thank you.
You just mentioned the gym, but how much confidence does it give you seeing, you know, belts, UFC belts all the time in the gym every day and training with champions all the time?
It's not really the belts. It's the hard work we put behind, you know. Anybody that's been in there will tell you it's a fun place to be at, but you're going to bust your ass day in and day out, and there's no other way about it.
Seemed like all week you were embracing kind of that black hat role, knowing that Cowboy's from here and everything. How enjoyable was that to you to get that reaction from the fans and then maybe change some of their minds at the end?
I love it. If I could piss you off and I don't even know you, like we're not like family or friends or something, I love it. If I could get that rise out of you, so it's awesome to me. Thank you, everybody.
Valentina's next.
You know what I'm talking about?
It's part of immigration order due to ACLU lawsuit against him. It's going to be a scary 4 years.
I was talking to my wife. My wife's a citizen, but still, it's like she's in Mexico.
I just hope my mother-in-law got back into the country because she's from Mexico. Like, my whole family is from Mexico. The whole TGIF, the abbreviation for that, totally changed after November. TGIF stands for this government is fucked.
It's just crazy because I guess I was trying to stay positive. There are checks and balances in place, so he's not going to be able to just unilaterally do whatever he wants. But it sure seems like he's just unilaterally doing whatever he wants.
I think it was bullshit, the whole Senate confirmation of each person, because it was pointless. Nobody got rejected. No matter what fucked up background or beliefs they have. Nobody got rejected, yeah. It wasted the taxpayers' money.
The NBA has officially asked the State Department to clarify the status of the players who are affected by this order and how players will be impacted who are from those specific countries mentioned by the
I mean, this is going to affect all sports.
Yeah, well, that's all I was asking. But also, I didn't think that he had studied or anything. That's why I put him on the spot in front of everyone.
I mean, that was.
I was like half trying to read the headlines, like while I'm doing play-by-play. I'm trying to I text my wife and I was like, hey, listen, I don't have time to read everything. But, like, can you go read everything and figure out if you need to be playing like right now? She's in Mexico, yeah. I mean, she's a citizen now, but. Yeah, she's a dual. Technically, U.S. doesn't allow you to be a dual, but Mexico doesn't make you renounce your citizenship. So she can go there with a Mexican passport and come back with a U.S. passport. According to the U.S., she's just. I know.
It just sucks that we even have to think about that.
Well, what I told her, I was like, she's scheduled to come back in March, and I was like, I don't know what's going to come next. Had it on reserve for 50 years. That's crazy.
So do you think Arlovsky's going to retire after tonight? 37 years old.
I think that could have been the last one. I don't think he wants to do it anywhere else. 4 straight losses.
Super nice guy, but I think his time is up, unfortunately.
Like, you get like literally 60 seconds left, and he got stuck in the elevator. He actually came down late.
And he was like arguing over it, like how much money does he make? And he's like, what? No, that was great. That was a classic moment. It was 500 to him. I was like, oh. It's not even close.
Are we going to see DC fight anytime soon?
Yeah, they just announced that Buffalo. April. Against Anthony Johnson in Buffalo.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, but those guys are still multi-million-dollar guys. Or a guy and girl. What's that? Go ahead with the group. On top of the car.
Yeah. Good time.
Well, Valentina, congratulations on your win. I think coming into this fight, even the people that thought you would win, nobody was picking you by armbar. So talk about how the fight unfolded and just how you feel about this victory.
I feel very, very good, great feeling, but more. I was sure about the victory because I had very strong training camp. I trained very hard, and for this fight I was very motivated and very concentrated. I was telling before the fight that I don't care like about one step, and I don't want to think about the future because I'm really focused on this fight. And I knew that I have to win this. That's why I didn't have choice like, oh, maybe I will lose. No, I didn't have it in my mind. I only think about victory. I think this would help me to do my best.
Can you talk about the game plan? Because, of course, we knew that she was going to clinch you and try to take you down, but you were the one that initiated the takedowns in the opening round, which I think was surprising. Was that something that you were planning on doing, or was this something you just reacted on the fly?
It's like I said before, I'm martial artist. I'm not only striker like people said. I'm complete fighter. I'm MMA fighter. That's why I choose every time tactic depends on my opponent. What tactic will help me? So I just keep going with this tactic. But how you can see my record, like MMA record, I have few submissions. So it was not for me like to start MMA from zero. No, I was in MMA already many years ago. I fought 2002, 2003, 5, 6. But in that time, we didn't have a lot of opponents in MMA. No, so not much girls, and that's why the reason why I was dedicated more Muay Thai and K1. And when 2010 the world of female MMA grew up like extremely, we back to Muay Thai and MMA.
And now we know that you're going to get to face Amanda Nunes again. How does it go differently this time around? Does it being a 5-round fight change things? Because a lot of people thought it would have the first time. And when would you like to have that fight? I'm
very excited for this fight. I know that it will be a totally different fight with totally different result. And how I said before, Amanda won not because she was stronger than me. It was because maybe I give her some kind like a little bit reason to take this victory. But I know for sure I was training hard all this time, and every fight make me much stronger and much stronger. And that's why I know I will do my best to take this belt from her.
When do you want to fight her?
Anytime, I'm ready right now.
What are you more proud of, your performance tonight or your dance moves after the fight was over?
About dance, it's the music with my workout music. It's named Lezginka. Usually, when I had my Muay Thai competitions, I every time was walk to the ring with the music and with the dance together. But in MMA fights, I like more focus on the fight, and after the fight, if it's like a very good fight, I can dance.
And talking about being able to submit Pena tonight, does it make it any more satisfying, given what you have been saying all week, that people look at you as just a striker? Does it make the win that much sweeter?
I can say exactly about Pena. She's a good fighter, she's wild, but I'm a master. Thank you very much.
Biggest sports weekend of the year just got even more exciting as the UFC returns February 4th with a featherweight showdown. In the main event, the Korean zombie Chang Sung-jung returns to the octagon against top 10 finisher Dennis Bermudez. Plus, undefeated strawweight star Alexa Grasso takes on powerful veteran Felice Herrig. And crafty lightweights Evan Dunham and Abel Trujillo square off. UFC Fight Night is live February 4th, only on Fox Sports 1.
The UFC Women's Featherweight Championship. Holly Holm, one of the greatest female boxers ever.
The best pound-for-pound fighter in Muay Thai. 45-0 for Jermaine Durandamy.
The greatest of all time, Anderson Silva.
Derek Brunson, man, human highlight reel. Jacare, he's just an animal. Tim Bosch is as tough as they come.
UFC 208. Holm versus Durandamy. Saturday, February 11th, live on pay-per-view.
My nipples get hard. I'm excited.
Kicking off the new season here.
Are you me right now?
Dana White's house is like Neverland for hillbillies.
Let's go on an adventure.
Let me tell you something. Oh my God. Disneyland. I want to thank Dana White for exposing me to a whole side of America that brothers ain't used to being exposed to.
I decided that Dean Thomas and I would drag race.
I felt like I was biting into a condom filled with bologna.
Never judge a card until it's over. Everybody on that card came to fight. It's awesome, man. That's what this show is all about.